Welcome to Fresh Cut Games. Today's game is Shadows of Duskwatch by Thomas King. This is the rule set. It is about 11 pages, one of which is just a components list and print and play instructions, so not too intimidating there. The game components, I printed out roughly 15 pages, one of them double-sided, on my usual light cardstock. And yeah, I'll be cutting that out here. This doesn't look like that big a game, and most everything is straight line cutting, so let's roll. So as you can see, there's not a lot to the construction of this game. Everything is very easy to cut out, and there's a decent number of cards, but certainly not as much as some other games we've seen on this show. Yeah, and it's actually very printer-friendly. This game is obviously in an early stage of development, and that's reflected by the graphics, which are pretty toner-friendly. This is not going to take a lot out of your printer to produce it for yourself. Thomas did make a few mistakes that are probably worth pointing out. There are actually a number of different decks in this game. There's one for the basic equipment, there's one for the starting powers, there's one for the equipment that you get during the game, etc. And there isn't anything on the cards themselves to denote which deck they're a part of. You sort of have to figure that out once you've read the rules. Once you've read the rules, it becomes fairly clear what's what, but a little bit more visual guidance about what goes where would have been appreciated. In addition, the rank and file monsters you fight in this game are meant to be double-sided, which was again something I kind of had to figure out from context. The components for this game are mostly all in one file. To do the double-sided components, I had to print all of the one file except for the one page that was meant to be the back of the other page, and then feed one particular page back into the printer so that I could print the back on it. Kind of a nuisance, should have just been separate files. Also, I recommend doing PDF files rather than image files. The cheat sheet that comes with the package of resources is an image, and my printer wound up clipping off the very top and very bottom of it, which was a pretty minor nuisance, all things considered. But yeah, this was a very easy game to assemble. Total construction time, including gathering up the components for it, was about 40 minutes. How to play Shadows of Duskwatch. First, everybody will choose a character, and then using a draft mechanism, they'll embellish their character with a set of abilities. These abilities are all powered by mana. Each character has a pool of 5 mana that they can use to power these starting abilities and other abilities they'll gain during the course of the game. They can recover mana either by resting, which takes off the bulk of their turn, or they can recover it by channeling, which is sort of like a short rest that gets them a little mana back and still allows them to go kick something in the head. Once the game proper begins, players begin their turns by moving their marker on the Fate wheel. This will give them a boost to one of their abilities that will last the entire turn, or it will heal them a little, or it will refresh their mana pool. Then they get to do stuff. All characters get a primary action, which most of the time involves kicking down the door and going into the room to stomp a monster. And you fight! Shadows of Duskwatch uses a dice pool mechanism. Each stat represents the number of dice you get to throw at whatever is offending you. Your target number is either given by the rules governing whatever you're trying to do, or given by your target's defense value. Combat boils down to monster shoots range attack, character shoots range attack, monster attacks in melee, character attacks in melee, and then character decides whether or not they want to stick it out or run off. If the monster is defeated, the character will get some sort of cookie. On the low end, this can be a bit of gold. On the high end, this can be gold and some treasure. You can also use your turn to recover and heal up a bit, or you can use it to duck off into town and turn some of your gold into loot and healing and such lovely things. You can also take a secondary action. Secondary actions are things like moving or scouting an adjacent room without actually storming into it, or praying and moving your token on the Fate wheel an additional time, or interacting with the room, some rooms having traps and devious puzzles and such that your character will roll dice to defeat. After all players have had their turn, somebody rolls the event die. If the die hits a 6, then an event card is flipped over. These are pretty much universally bad for the players. Either monsters will ambush them, or all the monsters in the dungeon will get a boost to their stats for the remainder of the game. If no event was triggered, then the event marker is moved down the track. Once the marker starts hitting the bonus territory, you add that number to the event roll at the end of each round. Thus, events become more and more frequent as the game progresses. Lurking at the bottom of the pile of rooms is the boss monster in the dungeon. The boss monster is tougher than any of the other monsters in the game. Whoever defeats the boss monster wins. Welcome to Fresh Cut Games. I'm Pete. With me are Jasmine and Jeff.
Well, you know I'm a fan of dwarfs.
You know I'm a fan of being a lizard.
So I'm gonna go dwarf.
Can I be a lizard?
Yes.
What was his name?
Goldyx.
Yeah, Goldyx lives again.
Goldyx rules.
Alright, I am going to be the elf.
Alright, what's your elf name?
Doomflower.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Doomflower the elf.
What's your dwarfy name?
Something real good. No, not Tallberta. I don't have a beard. I'm not one of those dwarfs.
Are you a female dwarf?
Yeah, I'm a female dwarf, but a beardless one.
But you have you're balding. You have facial baldness.
Yes, I do. I know. It's so sad. It runs in the family, though.
Yeah, it's not very attractive.
Female pattern face baldness. So we're gonna go with Tallberta.
Tallberta.
Berta. I'm gonna kill this.
Alright, that's the spirit. So he will roll 3 dice because he has strength of 3. He is shooting for a target number of 4 because that's your defense.
No.
And he hit you once, and that will do 2 wounds because he's deadly.
Oh
so
no!
But
Okay.
and now you get to swat back.
Okay. Blood rage, and I roll 3 because my strength is 3.
Yes,
I'm
and he also has a
4.
defense of 4. Okay, so that did 1 point of damage. So you have this woundiness counter. He was at a 5. He is now at a 4. Okay, so do you wish to continue the fight or do you wish to withdraw?
Fight.
Okay, so he'll take another swat at you. He will do 2 more points.
Okay.
If you want to do that again, you'll need to spend another mana.
Okay, yep.
Okay, so lose another health.
Okay. You know what? Don't tell me what I can and cannot do.
Hey, I didn't say you should stealth.
That's
the first
2.
round of combat.
All
But you
right.
should.
Do you wish to withdraw?
Wait, strength. Okay, it gains strength +1 and the attack gains deadly.
Oh, so you should have rolled 2 more dice. So
and last time too.
Yeah, no, 1 more for each time. So let's retcon that and have you roll 2 dice. So 1 more hit. So he's almost dead, but he's not stopping. So
Fight!
okay, he hits you for 3.
Okay.
Don't do that blood rage again, because it will kill you.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, these stay here.
Yeah, those stay until you.
Okay. I'm gonna do hatred.
What's that do?
If this attack deals no damage, you deal 1 non-magic hit that ignores tough.
Okay.
So he dead, but I'm gonna roll anyway.
Alright, so he is in fact dead. And you are super close. Alright, well, I'm going to burst into this room and see what happens.
Dun, dun, dun.
A Wraith!
Oh no.
Ranged attacks go first. He has a 0. I have 2, 3, 4. Aim shot. Because I have a ranged weapon, I get 2 more dice instead of just 1. Yeah, why not? I'll go ahead and burn my charge to add my skill to my roll.
That's a lot of dice. Probably gonna go.
So I'm chasing 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that'll bag him.
Dunzo.
Dead, and oh! I gain a health. And $10. It's okay, this tomb bow's still rocking it for me.
What's waiting for me is a reward. Oh,
It's a cookie.
Hooray! A dragonling.
Oh dear.
With
Brother.
Oh, I'm gonna kill your brother.
No.
Your brother's
Okay.
gonna be dead.
So, he has no ranged attack, but you do now.
Yes, I do. I have 2 ranged,
Okay.
as a matter of fact.
Oh, that seems so good.
That is 2 damage to him.
Yeah.
He has a toughness 4, so he is down to 3 health. Okay, now...
Dang.
And did you have any powers you wanted to use on him?
Yep, I want to use. What?
I'm sorry. That was like blood rage.
I kind of do.
Except he can kill you.
Yeah.
No, she can stealth.
Yeah, that's true. Resolve the steps in any order.
Yeah, blood rage and kill. Rah. Sneaky blood rage.
All my powers.
Yeah, it's a combo,
Yeah.
actually.
So you're going to sneak up on him
I'm gonna
and
sneak up.
just go into a frothing berserker rage.
I saw your brother back there who's a real jerk.
So,
Hey guys, see you
take
later.
your 1 wound.
I roll 5.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're chasing a 4.
Okay.
Well, that got 1 hit.
Okay. Please don't kill me, dragon.
Alright. And
Oh, sorry.
he
I'm
whiffed.
Dead.
He whiffed on your dwarfness.
Yes.
Do
Okay.
you wish to hang around, or do you wish to run?
Well, I can't do the stealth blood rage thing again,
No.
but
You can...
I can't do blood rage again.
Yes, you can.
Roll, was it 5?
Well, bear in mind... Okay, so you'll do ranged first.
Oh, okay.
So you get your 2 dice
Okay.
for
Ranged.
ranged. That gets him for 1.
Okay.
And then he gets to attack you.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do your bloodlust yet. You can see whether or not that would kill you.
Okay.
He whiffed.
Yay!
Wussy ass
Then
dragon.
I kill him. Dead!
Yes.
Dead!
You are pushing your luck there, dwarf.
Okay, that is $10 and a treasure pull.
Your terrible brother was the worst.
You were just covered head to toe in your own blood
Right?
and spittle.
No!
It doesn't have a hand on it.
You
It has a
skinned him
shield on
alive!
it.
Dragon scale.
Monster!
Well, now more of the blood is not yours. So
That's terrifying. I'm like covered in the skin of your dead brother.
I think I traded you a healing potion with only 1 charge left for this full wineskin. So that's why you're so angry.
campfire,
Cool.
and
It's gonna be free treasure, probably. It's...
Oh, finally,
it's-
after seeing for your
it's
supper.
An imp. Yeah. Alright, shoot me with your worthless crossbow. I don't care.
okay.
And I'm tough.
Me.
No.
Okay, and then do you have any ranged?
Nope.
Okay, then he will.
I slowly walk up to the imp and let him bite me.
He will attack
Here.
you. Nah, and he misses.
Okay.
Now roll your strength.
Yep, I just rolled 3 dice. What does vampire do? Heal me if I damage?
I don't know.
It's attack against vampire.
Oh, okay, it's over here. If you deal any damage during an attack, you heal +1.
Alright, I
So
do.
you hit him for 1.
Boom. Let's go again, imp.
Alright, so he'll try to range you,
Good luck with that.
and he fails, then he'll try to bite you.
Yep,
And it doesn't matter, because you have tough.
that's true.
Wow!
Well, I make a deal with the devil, his master, and I sacrifice him.
That gets you $10.
Alright, not bad. Can't be
Oh
hurt.
yeah, I'm going
You're
to...
what?
I can't be hurt.
We'll see about that.
She'll hurt your feelings.
She already did. Skinned my brother alive in a room next to me.
And is wearing him.
I'm an emotional warrior.
Okay, I am totally going to go accuracy on this shadow. So, yeah, I get my 6 dice for being all elf accurate. Okay. So
Yeah,
I
we
got 2, So he goes down to 3.
Okay.
And then he will melee attack me.
Yep, for 3.
3. That is 2 hits.
Ouch, you are a weenie.
Oh yes, I am a total glass cannon over here. So I'm going to get another aimed shot in.
Okay.
Booyah.
Yeah, he's dead.
Dead, that fool. Alright, so that gets... Hey, 1 health. This time I like that.
Nice.
And I get a treasure.
Shadow.
Okay, so he is ethereal.
Right on.
Ethereal.
So once per
Need
round...
candle.
So, you know, ethereal, once per round, ignore 1 non-magic hit. So,
Okay.
so you get to... And he has 5 hits.
Okay.
So you get to start off with your range.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that first, and that's 2.
Dos.
No,
That's
go
1
ahead.
hit. So he ignores it because he's
Yeah.
ethereal, but you punched through that for this round.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do my blood rage still.
Okay, then... Oh, and Blood Rage Stealth. So,
Yeah. So drop
Alright.
that by 1. Then I'm going to roll my 5 dice. Bye! No, he has 2 left.
He's got 1 left.
1 left.
He
Yeah.
only has 3 defense.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Close. Did you add your bonus free damage for blood?
Oh,
damage?
and
Oh.
he's... And yeah,
Yeah.
she's deadly, so...
Yeah, so bad.
Bye!
Okay, so you get 1 health back, so that's
Alright.
super relevant.
Yeah.
And a treasure.
Alright. My treasure is...
I just love how you're sort of stalking through the dungeon and going into a psychotic killing frenzy.
Endless rage.
Stab, stab,
That,
stab!
that poor Wraith was just hanging out there. Oh man, you know, I've been thinking about redecor. What the What the
I have taken his hat.
Oh. Free treasure. Shelton's brother, the archer.
Roll 2 dice for range. That's 1 hit. You are wounded.
No!
That is what your blood looks like. Now roll for melee.
What?
Oh, and you were almost wounded more.
Okay.
Now you get to roll for your melee.
Alright. Goodbye.
That will bag him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're powering up everything you're going to power up. So and your armor is a 5, right?
And I didn't spend $1.
Yeah, I'm at a 5.
Okay, so he will come at you with 3 range.
Okay. Wait, I would have done my stealth.
Oh, your stealth. Yes, that's right. So
I would have done my range, as a
Okay.
matter of fact. I would have hit him twice.
twice
So
to
5.
And then I just did his range, which totally missed. So now because
Okay.
you're stealthing, you get to do your crazy ass.
So, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I roll 6 strength. Because 3, 2, 1.
Okay?
And you do a free damage.
And
And I
in
do a
addition to
free-
your free
yeah.
damage.
So I would have hit him for
So
1,
you-
2, 3, 4, 5,
6. So you 2 would have 1-shotted him.
This time.
Okay, so he gets his range shot in on
7.
me. So
No!
he gets 1 more die than that because
He gets another
Swift
die.
Shadows. And he is looking for a 4.
He gets
So
snake eyes with 3 dice.
okay, so
He gets 2.
I'm going to do this just because I can. Okay, so I'm going to use my elf power to add my skill to my accuracy. So my accuracy is starting off at 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do an aim shot 9, 10. I am going to do quick thinking 11, 12. Quick thinking 13, 14. And then a power torrent plus 2 dice to your attack if it is magic. Oh god, yes. 15, 16.
Okay.
So I get to roll 16 dice.
you
Might
need
not have been
3s.
16.
I mean, that's even better than I got. For a dice roll. And he's gone.
Oh look!
Oh my
I hit him
God.
for 1, 2, 11, 12 points.
Wow.
You almost double killed him.
That
Killed his
almost
ghost.
kills his entire family.
Alright,
Hey.
I'll go to the last one.
Alright, where you will fight the Dragon King.
Hey, Dragon King. What's up, bro?
Okay.
Oh, he's not that bad.
No.
Jesus, he's pitiable.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna him up.
Oh my god.
I'll
Okay.
just
Okay.
You want to roll for him?
I'm gonna
You're
discard
right.
I
this.
bet
There's still
you're the
one
only
in
one who's ever drawn blood on that
Okay.
leathery bastard.
All right.
So you get to... He's got range 3 to start with.
Hold on, I'm gonna use all my abilities.
Okay.
Block.
So I roll.
Total miss.
That was your ranged attack.
Yeah.
Now you're 2 melee.
One bounces off
Yeah.
his toughness.
And 2 actually get killed.
Ah,
So my strength is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8.
you're chasing 3s.
Wow.
Oh, see you later, Dragon Lord.
You just one-shotted the boss monster.
Wow.
So, fires.
Hey, Dad.
Wait, we forgot something. He was in fact deadly, so he did in fact hit you for 1 point of damage during that fight. The Dragon Lord is... Oh, but no, you blocked, so you got to
Blocked my
negate
shield.
2.
Yeah, that's right. No damage. No damage.
Wow.
So, Goldyx just casually slaughters the Dragon King.
Regicide.
I knew Dragon King has been crowned.
Alright, so what...
This game had a lot of fun in, like, you're pushing into new rooms. It reminded me of other dungeon exploring games where you are finding rewards for minor challenges, and we were able to create, like, little narratives out of it. So it was like a role-playing light style game, like Ravenloft, that sort of thing, or Descent. I drew Shelton Warrior. Skeleton Warrior.
Ironically, his name is indeed Shelton.
Look at my hat. Don't you like it? Don't you like my hat? Give me your hat.
No, you're
Give me your
terrible.
hat.
Get away
Give me
from
your
me.
hat. Wait, can you bring me my hat?
Here you go. Here's your college ratings.
Yeah, so I liked that we kind of made our own narrative out of this dungeon crawl. Ooh.
Your sword is totally irrelevant archaeological device. You come up empty, though.
Well, I'm gonna kill you, Wall. I'm gonna kill you and your whole family.
Ah!
Alright.
I did like the mechanics and the mix and match power sets. The having to manage your mana was interesting to me. I liked that it seemed like a very organic way to decide how much of this renewable resource you wanted to throw into this fight.
And you got to build up little combos with your abilities, you know, like Jasmine did like the Blood Rage and the Stealth, and I had a shield, and my shield comboed off of my other ability, which, you know, enabled my shield to make me extra tough, so I got to block more damage and stuff like that. So that stuff was cool.
Play an ability, then pay mana if you want to keep it. That was very cool to me. I rather like that.
The math is totally broken, which caused my cards to be not useful. And it also caused the end of the game to break down. So like the highlight of the game was the beginning and the assembling of equipment for our characters. But then after assembling it, we became so overpowered that everything in the entire game became meaningless.
I thought that the boss monster is kind of anticlimactic and a little bit waney.
This game was way too easy. Tallberta got into a couple of deadly fights early on, and those were tense and interesting. And then from that point forward, it was a subterranean cakewalk.
The game is fun.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun even though it was easy.
Yeah, it's just the math is way
Yeah,
off.
I think
way
they
off.
just all need to be harder is all.
Yeah, no, it's...
I mean, some of
Everything.
these should have had like, you know,
Well,
7s to hit,
I
you know,
took
because
what?
we all get pluses.
I took
and...
2 damage the entire game.
Yeah.
We got a taste of what this game could be in those early rounds when Tallberta almost bit it, because she ran headlong into something that she could barely handle and just blood raged her way through it. That was awesome.
It was interesting though because none of us kind of tried to go broad. We each kind of specialized, but in a different area.
Yeah, it was
strength and you were
defense,
defense
and I was ranged murder.
I mean, you even got to like 1 hit point and you weren't even in trouble.
No.
Oh, she totally was. She just nobody cashed in.
But on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel like...
Yeah, Jasmine was the only one who was ever in danger.
Honestly, though, like, the math you can fix. The big thing to me is this, like, room, like, that...
That thing is weird, too, yeah.
Like, it needs to be in the last, like, 5 cards or something.
Yeah. I mean,
that was...
To be fair, none of us scouted. But, like,
yeah, we forgot that was a thing.
It needs to be like Thunderstone.
Yeah, where it's, like, kind of...
Last 10, shuffle
Yeah, right.
One major issue is the ending of the game. It's a tile that flips over with the boss on it, and whoever flips that is the person that gets to fight the boss first, and they win if they beat it, and the boss is so easy, like every other monster, that whoever does it is pretty much guaranteed to win instantly.
I especially didn't like that it was just the bottom tile on the stack, because then when we got to the end of the game, it was like, well, I don't want to pull this next last tile, because then I know that Jeff's going to get it. And he, figured out a way to take the rules around that, but, we shouldn't have pulled the third to last tile, then it doesn't really solve the problem. Alright.
Then I am going to burst into a near... Oh my.
What happens when we're out of spots?
Next person to draw a room card is going to fight the big bad.
Yes!
After I do this.
Yes!
And then to get over there, we have to...
For my primary action, I'm going to teleport back to town, I think.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, if I pull that second last card, then Jeff's going to pull the boss over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stay in my room because I can roll against this, right?
Yeah, you can do a strength.
Yeah, okay. So first I'm going to go here.
You can take 2 secondary actions.
Yes.
So you could scout twice to put those two down. If you make a skill.
Well, she just did a secondary action.
Yeah, so you can do that.
I just realized that. Yeah.
You can do that and I'm screwed.
And I'll scout here.
So that's at 4.
Yeah. And then my primary will probably be moving into the last
Oh my god.
room. Alright,
Yeah.
scout there.
Wow.
Alright,
Hey.
then I'll go to the last room.
Alright, where you will fight the Dragon King.
Hey, Dragon King.
The total lack of player interaction was a bit of an issue to me. I'm not sure how to resolve that. I have no desire to see this as a full-on PvP, but there should be something in there, like maybe, I don't know, semi-cooperative, like maybe some of the monsters are just too tough for one adventurer to handle on their own and you have to cooperate to go after them, at least early on. Maybe there's some mechanism for group victory that can be subverted by doing some sneaky thing. Oh, we all went together. Ha ha! I win by myself.
I wish we could have worked together, or run up against each other more. But we each kind of found our own little nook of the dungeon and just.
Yeah, that was weird to me. It's like, okay, this is a multiplayer game. Now play a 3-way solo game.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
Like that's what
We
you're
didn't have to roll for the
Yeah.
monsters for each other, but yeah, it was basically.
Yeah, other than that, there was no...
And they force you to do that because you
Yeah.
only have one movement. So if you follow someone, you can't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to go your own way if you want to play.
Yeah,
So it's a solo,
and when I was looking at this game, I was a little concerned that the theme would bother me, just because this is the theme is pure generic fantasy dungeon crawl. But once the game got rolling, the mechanics felt unique enough that didn't bother me. I think this game could have a little more going for it if it tried to go in a direction beyond generic dungeon crawl, like maybe a different setting, like maybe a sci-fi or a post-apocalypse setting, or maybe it's not a dungeon crawl, maybe these are lands you're exploring, or planets, or whatever. I don't want to overstate that. With just generic fantasy dwarf and lizard man and elf, we had a fine time with it. So that turned out to be really not that much of an impediment.
I actually liked that it was kind of themeless and that the art and kind of graphic design was a little bit minimal because I felt like we could sort of impose our own story on it, which was really fun.
One thing I did like was this, if I can grab it.
Yeah.
This thing is cool. You're moving around this little board, it's going to give you modular bonuses every round, and then if you're in the empty spaces, certain powers are going to be cheaper to spend your mana on. I really like that a lot. it's like a little bit of strategy about what you want to do with your ability. Like if you're in a puzzle room, yeah, if I'm here, I'm going to be going to the skill thing instead of the combat room, because if I'm going to go in a new room, I'm going to be wanting to get the combat, or if I'm damaged, I want to go to the heal thing. That sort of thing. That little sort of bit of strategy I enjoyed. And I thought that added a little cool dynamic. What I thought would have been cooler, though, and what I would change is like, oh, well, if someone's here, I can't go there, so I have to be blocked off, and maybe there'd be more avenues and stuff like that. So I thought if someone's fate was to be deadly accurate, then that couldn't be my fate. I thought that would be cooler.
So once again, you are the winner. You are undefeated on Fresh Cut Games. Would you like to own this copy of Shadows of Duskwatch?
So Shadows of Duskwatch, as fun as it was, I have no interest of owning this until the designer fixes all the problems that I found with it. It is just too much of a mess right now. Because most of my friends are alpha gamers, and they would immediately see what's wrong with the math in this game.
Will you burn it?
I am not going to burn it. This game did not offend me. But I'm not going to keep it either. That having been said, if there's a serious revision, I'll absolutely give it another look. Would you like to keep this copy of the game?
You know, I would say I enjoyed this playthrough for what it was, but I don't want to keep it because I think we have other games that kind of fit this idea. I think it needs a little something more to stand out.
So, after we recorded the episode, I got in touch with Thomas and gave him a heads up that we had fun, but we thought the game had some balance problems. It was too easy, and he was really shocked to hear it. He told me that in his playtest, his players have begged him to tone down the difficulty, and so, Thomas, the good news is you succeeded. You definitely have toned down the difficulty. I broke out the solo rules and played it 3 more times and won pretty handily each time. So, yeah, there was some luck involved with how easily we won the game, but still, it's not that difficult to win in the current version of the rules. I mean, the short version is that if you can get your defense up to 6, you're going to win, and the elf has a bazooka. But you said that previous versions of the game have the opposite problem, so now you just got to find a balance. Maybe rejigger the numbers, maybe add some more ways of hurting the players, like maybe an elemental attack that attacks skill instead of defense. You know, the dragon's fire breath doesn't really care how much armor you have. Maybe the traps can damage the players, not just hit points, but reduce their stats. Like maybe the curse reduces your defense. That would make it really scary and formidable. But yeah, so yeah, you just have to nudge that pendulum back in the opposite direction to try and find the balance. And good luck with it. I hope you sort it out.